Hello. Oh, hi, you're there. Ah. So,
You hear me and Kim arguing?
no, you've just popped up. It's all right, Joe. We're used to hanging about for you.
Aye, that's it. That's it.
Oh, well.
Now, where's he?
I don't know where he's gone.
After all that. So is that us live now? I don't know how this works.
Yes, that's us live now. I think
Hello, people.
I think he was only meant to bring me up there.
No.
Hello.
Oh, you know,
He's there.
news
Hello.
camera will work. Watch this after tell me what to do. His will no work.
Right, so this is the first kind of yawn sessions that we're going to do. We're planning on doing one on Saturday night. That'll be kind of like an open mic thing. So if anybody's wanting to hear a go at that, just get in touch. But the night it's just us three cunts chatting shite.
Aye.
It's nice to finally have you, Joe.
Aye.
What time is that?
Apologies, people. I am late.
Aye. What a
But what can I
surprise.
Aye. What a surprise. What is that?
It's my parrot.
Juice.
Where's you? I can't see him.
He's there.
I'm here, man.
I can't see you. I can only see Jim and his parrot. But anyway, aye. What you boys on? Are you having a drink tonight or
I'm having a wee rum. And my
rum?
parrot.
I'm having this.
Go ship.
Go shit.
Hey, mind I can't see you, man. So how am I supposed to know what you've got?
Go shit. Citrus pale ale. Nice.
I thought you would have been on the rum, and you're meant to be the pirate.
I might be on the rum later.
Aye, will be.
I'm drinking Cyprus's finest, Keo. That's my favourite, lager in the world. I'm not a big lager fan, but I like Keo.
How do we start this then?
I don't know. Let's just talk about. Well, first of all, what are you doing with your time stuck in the house? Talk about that first. What you're stuck in the house, isn't it? And I'm at work, so talk about that first. What's everybody else doing as well? Are we talking to people that are all stuck in the house, or?
I've no idea. I think Rudy will be on. I can't Rudy's stuck in the house. I'm on day 3 so far, and I'm bored shitless.
I'm still going to work, and I'm starting to think it's probably safer me going to work because people are just dropping like flies and like hunting. So, aye. My original idea was to cut off into the middle of nowhere when this all kicked off, and now I'm thinking my work is the middle of nowhere.
Aye.
There's nobody there, but aye.
It's my work that's middle of nowhere, Jim.
That's true.
But once you're out there, you're stuck.
Aye.
Somebody gets it, you're fucked.
Aye. They could just leave you out there, eh? The quarantine is out there.
Basically, the quarantine is out there.
But they cunts will survive out everybody.
Aye.
Everybody else will be dead.
So I've got folk that probably didn't know you guys. So folk from my work and that are watching. So you want to talk about who yous are? Start with you, Jim. Who you?
Jim, you just said.
Aye, but why do I know? How do I know you? How do I know you?
Well, the three of us are in the static, so I try to play drums for yous and I play bass and sing for the Manky Hours.
And you also do Yawn. Tell folk about Yawn. For folk that know.
Aye, well that's this. I've kind of put punk gigs on in Dunfermline. Used to try and do it about every 4 or 5 weeks, but just whenever I can. So we've done some. Me and you done Michael Graves in Dunfermline.
That's probably the biggest thing I've done in music so far.
Just the biggest thing I've ever done.
Aye, but it was good. It was good laugh and
aye,
worth it. Bringing a guy like that to a tune like Dunfermline is still
definitely
up there.
Very good.
Speaking of things nautical, you like my lobsters? They've been up
Is
there
that
for
what-
ages, man.
Is that what that
And he's
is?
picked
Fucking
up there,
lobsters.
aye, and they've just been there ever since, So, aye. Well, I've always wanted to ask something, right? To Mr. Yule, you need to introduce yourself first.
Aye, Mr. Yule. That's the proper name. Play guitar in the Static, and I probably met Jim through you, Joe.
I
But
had
think
you on.
Punkaween, the very first Punkaween that you
That's
done,
right. Yeah.
we played as the Devil Jocks, and we done the Static played as well.
Yeah.
And that was a big turning point for the Static, because we started to get more gigs in Dunfermline, meet a lot of the people that kind of do stuff through there, Crime Desk, that sort of folk. Fucking hell, what was that, Joe? Over 10 years ago since I met you anyway, like.
I know it's scary, eh?
But you were doing, Joe, you were at college and you were looking for a band to record, and you got in touch with.
Aye. That's it. We're a wee bit laggy. I don't know if it's me or if it's yours.
I don't think it's me. I think Al's kind of went a bit laggy there.
Oh, and I turn up for the books, eh?
Aye. Right.
Aye.
Well, you're as well talking then, Joe.
Aye, right. Well, for anybody watching that I've no invited, I'm Joe, and I am in the Static, and aye, I'm missing playing gigs, missing going out to gigs because of all this. Aye, there was a couple coming up. I don't know if they're going to go ahead. Next big one I went to go was the Necromantics. First time, as far as I'm aware, the first time they've ever been in Scotland.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's happening or not. So I think it's May though, so there's still some time. I mean, still another month, but aye, it's weird.
yeah.
It's a weird thing.
Is that you back, Al?
Aye.
Aye. Bro.
Fuck knows what happened there, like.
I don't know.
The two of you disappeared and a half.
Oh, fuck, it's
You're
not again.
Other fucking. When it was just me left.
There's going to be teething problems now.
Aye.
That would have been my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare. Fucking
So
hell.
I'd written down as well to ask Al kind of how the Static had started, and then kind of I'll talk about what bands we've been in before and that as well.
I was wanting to ask Al.
I just fucking asked him a question.
Aye, you go first. Sorry.
I fucking already asked him it.
I've disappeared again there.
Aye.
I missed that.
I was saying, I'd written down, maybe going to ask you to talk about how the Static kind of started and that.
I think it was 2009, I think, something like that. But it was like I'd wanted to be in a band. I'd always wanted to be in a band. I was a shite guitar player, shite singer, and I kind of thought, fuck it, when it comes to punk music, it'll be all right. I'll find some other people that are just as shite as me, and we're fucking. So actually, Chopper that used to play drums, he lives close to me, and I kind of knew him. And then we just advertised for a bassist, and luckily there was a guy that lived close, and that was it. Fucked about. We kind of never took it too seriously, and that's all there was to it.
So that's kind of, so you got infested by fifers basically.
And then it started off on the right side of the water, all of us, and then now I'm the only one.
No, because I'd written down to ask about bands that we'd been in before and that, because that's how me and Joe met, and how I met Snowden as well. That's your first band, was the Gilla.
Aye, yeah. What was that band called?
Alchemy 600.
Alchemy 600.
And then me and Joe had another band as well, the Scabby Dogs.
No publicity as well.
No publicity, aye.
That's the Buckfast bottle. I've seen it.
Aye. And the first one was the first record was, what was it called? Son about a prawn. He stole my prawn.
Aye.
Aye. Yeah.
And Ryan that was in No Publicity ended up playing with the Devil Jocks as well.
Yes.
We've basically, between us, been in the same band with about 4 cunts.
Like, folk like Ryan get the call. You want to join a band? Like, oh, no, these guys again, man.
It must just know if it comes up on his phone.
So I've been reading a lot about this current situation, and folk are like talking about how to cure the boredom. You two guys are pretty decent guitarists compared to me. So for somebody that wants to learn guitar, starting the hook, what would you suggest they should do? How should they start? How should they go about it?
I don't know. I can't play guitar.
Well, get a guitar first.
Aye.
Obviously. And then I actually was, a boy I worked with was actually asking me this recently. He bought himself a guitar and he wanted to know what's the best thing to do to start off. And basically, I kind of said, we'd just try and learn 3 or 4 chords, really basic acoustic guitar, open chords, and then learn your favourite songs and play it. Mm-hmm. And that's my best advice, you know. There's so much stuff, even thinking back to like when I was starting to learn guitar, we never had YouTube or anything like that, but pretty much now, if you want to learn how to play a song, any song, it'll be on YouTube. And not just, even like we all had tab and stuff like that, even before the internet, you used to be able to buy books with the proper tab written out for all the solos and all that sort of stuff. And you'd try and follow the tab and you'd be like, this doesn't sound right. But
I'm better off just with the chords. Just with the words and the chords.
And that's all I do. But if you wanted to learn something technical, it used to be a fucking nightmare because you'd try and follow the tab on that and it'd be like, this doesn't sound right. But now you can literally watch a guy on YouTube playing it along as the tab goes along. And so it's really kind of just get a guitar, whatever you can afford. Practice and learn a few chords. Find something on it that you enjoy doing and go for it, like, you know.
The first guitar that I got was an old electric guitar that I think my Uncle Neil got out of a skip, and it all had 2 strings on it. So I basically learned just power chords, and that's done me since then. Never had to learn anything else.
Fine, aye.
Aye, perfect. Smoke on the water and stuff like that. What was that?
You started on bass though, didn't you?
Yes. And with Snowden, yeah. It was actually, Reedy was meant to play bass for us, and then it was that gig that we played in Snowden's garage. And Reedy messaged and said, or he phoned and said he was grounded just before we were meant to play. And Snowden just handed me a big pile of tabs on the bass and just went, learn them. So we played the whole set and I just had the tabs in front of me, fucking just looking to see what I was doing.
That's man. That's.
But that's a good point. If you wanted to learn the guitar or an instrument to get into a band, don't bother with the guitar, learn the bass, because you're much more likely to get into a band, or even better, learn the drums.
Aye, exactly.
Because every drummer I know is in about 3 or 4 bands.
Aye.
I can't speak for anything technical because I'm not good at any one instrument. But one thing I will say is, one thing I think that was really valuable about being in a garage band and just going for it. Because when you're starting in a band, right, you've not even got a fucking microphone stand. You're fucking flinging the cable over the rafter and you still make it work.
Mm-hmm.
You still make it work. You can play fucking anywhere after you've done that. You can.
Exactly.
Just go and do it. And you will. Make an ass of yourself. Who cares if you're shite the first time? Who cares if folk boo you? It gives you a pair of cojones to go and play to anybody.
And just fun. Later on, when you're playing somewhere with really good gear, you're like, what the fuck is this? The last time when the Who's played in Barrowman's and the sound guy goes, right, so we've got a load of new amps now, and do you want orange or do you want Marshall? And we were like, orange, please. Like, absolutely brand new heads giving us like, what the fuck is going on?
Aye, but like, how many guys that we went to school with, Jim, were better musicians than me and you, but didn't do fuck all because we went and we were willing to go and play when we couldn't really play.
Yeah.
We went and performed. We went and did it. We made an arse of ourselves how many times, and we're the ones still doing it. And guys that were fucking far better musicians than us never done it, and it's a shame because they didn't have that kind of fucking drive, you know what I mean? Like, just go for it, man. Just go and do it. Who cares?
Exactly.
And I still say the same thing, man. Just form a fucking band and just do it. And if he's a sight, he'll soon work out. Soon enough. Nobody work. Bail.
And just use the best gear that you can get, you know, and make the best of that. Like, you was talking there about Marshall heads and orange heads and stuff like that. And even if you play in a small band around the kind of punk gigs and stuff like that, you risk becoming a bit of a snob when it comes to like good stuff and a decent backline and that. I was gonna say we done a gig on an oil rig, and it was like basically a full oil rig of people, and it was a charity gig, and they said, right, who wants to play and stuff like that. So a few of us said, right, we'll do a wee bit, and it was like real cheap fucking amps that were tiny, and we're playing in this massive cinema on this oil rig, and a PA speaker, like the kind of thing that the fucking manager uses to do an announcement with the you know, to the staff and stuff, yeah. And I was like, fucking hell, this is going to be shit, you know. But we sat up in the corner of this thing, and it was brilliant, like, you know, it was really, really fucking good, and everybody fucking loved it. It was just a good. So it's amazing what a good gig you can actually do with cheap stuff and just make the best of what you've got, like, you know.
Yeah. Right, somebody want to play a song now?
You go first, Al.
Al.
Aye, all right.
You ready?
What are you playing?
I was going to play No Fight, No Win.
Aye.
A slightly different version, but I can play anything you want, Joe.
No, go with that. Go with that. That's one of our songs.
We were still out drinking while the communists were thinking that a festive flag was sinking in a clear blue sky. Governments were growing, intellectuals were knowing that the chance for overthrowing had passed us by. Waiting for the revolution, but it never came. Waiting for the revolution, no fight, no win. Pay rise for the wealthy, private healthcare for the healthy. That's the way it is to tell me. Gotta plead them all, motivate the masses, and unite divided classes. When the social order crashes, we'll hear the call. Waiting for the revolution, but it never came. Waiting for the revolution, no fight, no win.
Bravo.
Hey.
Well done.
I missed the end of that because I was away getting myself a wee medicine.
You cunt.
What's your process, Alan, for writing a song?
Normally almost always just start with the chords, and then try and add a melody across that. I can almost always write a few chords together and a melody, but I really struggle to get the lyrics. As you know, quite often I'll fucking come to you with a bit of na 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 na, and you'll add some cool words to it, you know. So that's pretty much how I do it anyway.
What about you, Jim?
Just different every time. Often I'll be at work or something, I've got the notes on my phone, and I'll have an idea for lyrics and I'll just write them down, and then sometimes I'll go back to them and go, oh, I know, add stuff to it. So sometimes it's the lyrics first, and then the music, and sometimes the other way around. But I never ever write. The melodies always last. Even after the lyrics, I always write the melody for it right at the very end. For I don't know, just you find it easier that way.
With me, it
What about-
probably
Aye.
as somebody that's I'm not musically gifted in terms of like instruments and that, and maybe that explains it. I kind of come up with themes first, and what I mean by that is like
Aye,
I quite like the idea of being able to do a bit of everything. Like that's what kind of drives me. And so I'll come out with an idea, and I'll be like, fucking, I don't know, listening to the Doors or something, and then think of something kind of like a flamenco beat or some shit like that, and take it from there. And then the words will come out after. I've never really been one of these people that can write words down, think that's a great lyric, and then leave it and then put it to something else. I've only managed to do that like once or twice. I went, I could use that. That came. I'm like you. I need to have the tune. I need to be Seabiscuit. Ken, I need to see the horse chase it.
like aye. No, I get what you mean.
Well, there's loads of times, Joe, that I've had a song that I've been trying to write lyrics to it and been fucking about with it for ages, and then sometimes I've even got lyrics and they just don't sit right. And then I've sent it to you, and then you've sung it, but you've sung the lyrics in a total different way that suddenly then fit the song. You know, it's amazing how the collaboration thing works like that, eh?
Aye, that's what's been really cool about like joining the Static is is hearing other people's ideas and amalgamating them all together.
Yeah.
Aye.
Whereas, kind of like, don't get me wrong, I think there's room for like people that like it's their band. You know what I mean? Their idea, their vision, like I don't know, like the Pete Townsend or whoever in this world that control everything. You know what I mean? But I'm more of the opinion that there's more value in hearing what other people have got to say.
Aye,
You know what I mean?
What a doubt, like.
Aye.
I think that's the case for most bands, isn't it? Really. I think maybe somebody will come up with an idea, and they might develop it to a certain point, and they'll go, that's not bad, that's not too bad, and then they'll maybe sit down with somebody else and they'll tweak it a wee bit. Then they'll all go in as a band and they'll say, we've got this idea, and then everybody else will throw their bits in, and suddenly it's like it can turn into a really good song, you know.
The Who's are awful like that. That will just one of us will just turn up with the bare bones of a song and go, I've got kind of this bit, and then it's just we genuinely a lot of the time just play the same bit over and over again. Play the same song, just keep playing it for about 10, 15 minutes, and then somebody will go, oh, actually, I could put or change that wee bit or put someone else in. That's how we do it, like.
Everybody's got like I'll fucking remember that time me and Joe had been working on that song Cadaver Cartel for ages, and it was like had a kind of total ska chorus, but it had to go into like quite a heavy a ska verse, and it had to go in quite a heavy chorus, and we struggled. We totally struggled to make it work. It just wouldn't work. And then when you come on the drums, you suddenly played something, and we're like, "Fucking hell, that's going to work perfectly." You know.
I mind we played it for ages, and it just didn't sound right for ages. Making what it was.
It was that wee kind of half beat that you did building it up. Just changed it, and it was like it works at long last. We all knew it could work. But we just didn't know what.
The three of us were saying the same thing too. We're going, that needs something just there.
Just not quite right the way we were doing it.
So, given the circumstances, right, everything that's been going on, it's got kind of like end of the world theme happening now, right? Well, obviously, everybody's got Spotify and fucking whatever. But let's just rewind the clocks, right? And the reason I was thinking about this was because he played the kind of Johnny Cash style version of that song there. He had three records. The world's ending. You've got to get out of your house. Three records.
I've written that down. I've actually written that down as a fucking question.
Oh man,
you bastard!
Hate these. I hate these.
So listen. You've got to make the decision quickly, as if, you know what I mean. You've got to pick them, right?
Three records.
Right, I'll give you my free dead quick. First, without a doubt, is Rancid and Out Come the Wolves. Then I'd want something heavy, so I would take Metallica, Master of Puppets. And then I'd want something to piss Jim off, so I'd take Bruce Springsteen.
Are
Born
you
in
fucking
USA.
wanker? Mate,
Jimbo.
No, I'd want a ska record as well. No, I hate these.
I'd have from here to Infirmary by Alkaline Trio. I'd take Fugazi Repeater and Ready to Die by Biggie.
Ooh.
That'd be
Right.
massive.
I would probably go with Rocket to Russia with the Ramones. I would probably go with The Who, Quadrophenia. Just love the record. And finally, oh fuck, it is hard. The End of the World thing, it's got to be Bob Dylan. Every time you listen to Bob Dylan, it doesn't surprise me that like Walking Dead chooses songs, because armed with like a guitar and a harmonica, you think the world had ended. You know what I mean? So freewheeling Bob Dylan.
See,
that would be.
See how you've just totally stolen one of my questions.
Sorry.
Do you want to do a quiz?
Go for it, aye.
I've sorted a quiz for you.
Cool.
Right. It's just true or false, the first set of questions, right? Barry Manilow wrote the song I Write the Songs. True or false?
True.
False. He didn't write it. The Greek national anthem has 148 verses.
True.
It's false. It has 158.
Fuck's sake, man.
Axl Rose's name at birth was Bill Bailey.
False.
True. Yous are shite at this. This is an easy one. More Ramones t-shirts have been sold worldwide than albums.
True. Sadly.
True.
It is true.
Aye.
I've got the second half of the quiz. I'll leave that for later on. Joe wins with 1 point.
Thanks for that.
Here's one. I got one at work. I've got one at work today. If anybody wants watching here, which song has spent the most weeks consecutive number one in the UK?
Which song?
Yes.
Is it no Bryan Adams?
Aye, you're right. The Robin Hood song.
Can you two remember that? You might be too young to even remember that.
I can remember it. Aye. With Alan Rickman as the sheriff.
You'd be less than 10 though, would you not? You must
I
have
was
been pretty young.
You do remember stuff before you're 10.
Aye.
I think it's up to like about 6 months maybe, or a year that you don't remember anything.
Aye.
No 10.
2 seconds, lads. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Where the fuck is he going?
Are you doing a song, Jim?
I'm going into the pitch.
Aye. I'm going to struggle.
Yeah,
I'm going to try and sing it really. What's that?
I thought Snowden was coming
Don't say his fucking name. He's a special guest.
Oh, shit.
I could do one.
Right, do it.
I'm going to try and sing it. I'm going to try and sing. Well, I don't know yet. But whatever I sing, I'm going to have to try and sing it really low because my throat is fucked. So I'll do Flood with the Who's.
Excellent.
That sounds good.
Oh, hold on. Can't find my pick now.
That's one thing about musicians. Buy an endless supply of picks, especially if you're a guitarist, because they disappear into some black hole that nobody knows about. Am I right? If you're listening to me. You still there, Alan?
I can't find my pick, so I'm going to do a big fucking massive one.
That's what I was just saying. Did you hear that? Did you hear what I said?
Skeletons are coming out to play today. Better barricade the door to keep them at bay. Battles raging on, this one will never end. The devil on my shoulders, scratching and biting on my demons. This goes a fucking cell with no food or water. You never leave this hell. I've never been harder. This goes a fucking cell with no food or water. You never leave this hell. Leave us hell, leave us hell, leave us hell. Skeletons are coming out to play today. Better barricade the doors to keep them at bay. The battle's raging on, this one will never end. The devil on my shoulders, scratching and biting on my demons. This goes a fucking cell with no food or water. You never leave this hell, never been harder. This goes a fucking cell with no food or water. You never leave this hell. Leave us hell, leave us hell, leave us hell. Leave us hell, leave us hell, leave us hell. Leave us hell, leave us hell, leave us hell. Leave us hell, leave us hell, leave us hell. Leave us hell. Leave us hell, leave us hell, leave us hell.
Whoa.
Oh.
Jim,
Yes.
I have a
Actually,
question.
See,
On you
I was panicking to find a pick there, and then I had to use my big fucking massive bass pick. I played the wrong song as well. I said I was going to play Flood, and I didn't.
Ah, you did. I thought, what the fuck's this? This isn't fun.
Just, I've always wondered this.
Yeah.
Well, you can elaborate on the story I already know for the audience, but have you ever had any issues getting booked or getting gigs because of your band name? That's an interesting one I wanted to know about.
What was that? You cut out there for a wee second.
Sorry. I'm saying, have you ever had any issues with the band's name? You know, like people being like, oh, weird and...
Just cut out again, just as you said that.
Sorry. Right there.
And I can't hear you now either.
Both of us?
Can you
Hello?
hear me?
I can't hear either of yous.
I can hear Alan. Can you hear me, Alan?
Aye.
Can't hear fuck all.
I can hear that.
I can hear that too. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Aye.
I can't hear fuck all. What we do?
Like you're fucking...
I still hear you. This is kind of like that bit. Still, hey,
fucking
mate.
humming, man.
I'm a bogus gas man with fake ID. Nah.
Fucking
I can hear.
Hello.
Hello.
Ah, we can hear you, man. Check your headphones, man.
Check your
carry on.
jack. Aye.
Tell you what I want. Do you know what's not fucking happening with this? I thought we'd be able to see the comments. See if anybody comment. Maybe nobody has commented. Right enough.
It'll be just a list of folk going, get off the air. Oh, you hear me?
He's gone.
Oh, aye, he's frozen. He's frozen.
Come
Suppose
He's
I'm
back.
the only one that played a song. You want me to play a song?
Yes.
Aye. Okay.
Can hear you too.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
No, I can hear you.
Right.
I can hear yous now.
Right.
Don't know.
I asked you, have you had any issues other than that? Well, you can elaborate on the story that I already know, but
I already
have
know
you
what
ever
you're
had
going to ask me.
a band name?
Yeah. Yes, we
Aye.
have. Yes, we have. The end.
Anybody else? Anybody else other than the ones we know about? Has anybody went, nah, we're not putting you on?
The thing is, I think what was said to us before is it's sexist, but it's. My excuse,
No.
my reason back was how is it sexist? Is it not sexist you thinking that Manky Hoor is about a woman?
Absolutely.
Because it isn't. It's just an insult.
So I've got a question. I've got a question for you, Jim. That I think I know the answer, but I'm never been 100% sure of this. Did the Monkey Who's precede Crime Desk's song Monkey Who, or did Crime Desk Monkey Who inspire the band?
No, they copied the name.
They copied the name.
They copied the name. They went, Monkey Who, that's a brilliant name. We're going to write a song about that. And now that song is bigger than your band. Fucking old wanks.
I loved it though. At that gig, it was one of the ones where John and the drums went, we need some females up here for this, and Big Alan went, that's fucking sexist. Like, I was like,
see, they played at the Rosyth Gala last year or the year before, and me and Ryan got up and done a set, and then they were on, and they went, we're going to play a song called My Cure. Jim, get up and sing it with us. And my daughter was sitting there. I was like, no, I'm not singing it.
Do you mind that gig in Grangemouth where they were singing it and she went out to collect up the glasses and that, and he was like, you're just a monkey who, you're just a monkey who, not you, no, not you.
No, not you, not you.
I feel like that, not me. Aye. Speaking of Crime Desk, right? Who so far amongst all the kind of local bands and that we play? Who's your favourite? Who do you think's the best?
My absolute favourite kind of, I suppose they're not really local anymore. Polar Bears in Purgatory are absolutely brilliant.
Superb. You're
Absolutely
fantastic.
brilliant.
You should check them out. Anybody that hasn't, Polar Bears in Purgatory.
Absolutely.
Well, would we say Inverness? They're kind of based in Inverness now, aren't they?
Yeah, but then I think Yawn's now moved to Ayr or something. They're just like that all over the country.
Aye. I personally could watch Crime Desk any day of the week, but another band from our kind of scene that I think were as good as any band I've heard were the Defenestrators. That's a fact. Just
Radio Chip Pan as well for me.
Without
Absolutely brilliant.
Without a doubt.
I mean, I don't think we played with a bad band in my mind. Everybody that we've played on the bill with, I've never went, fucking hell, they're really bad. And I'm not saying that. I'm not just saying that because I know people. Like, if I'm going to be blunt and brutal, I will be if need be. But no, you know what I mean. I think we're quite lucky in Fife and Dunfermline and all that for the bands, and everybody's got different.
Without a doubt, man, the talent's incredible. I was just trying to think there when you were saying like who's my favourite. It's like hard to really. I think see from like the ska kind of side of things, especially that you've got Root System that are incredible and they do ska a wee bit different, and then through in Edinburgh you had like Bomb Scare were such a good ska band, and then our pals Big Fat Panda came along and in my opinion even better, you know, than Bomb Scare, and then you've got bands like Joe Viterbo and stuff like that I just
absolutely love Joe Viterbo.
So cool, man. It's like, and then like as you said, Joe, Defenestrators are.
And then if it's not just bands as well, I think the best singer-songwriter about is Caitlin.
Aye, definitely.
Definitely.
Songs are absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Really,
What
really clever now.
Aye, definitely. I would. I'm still would like to see Caitlin backed up with a band, like full band. I think that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's gonna happen at some point.
Aye. Definitely.
Are you gonna play a song?
Aye, I'll play a song. I'll play a song on mandolin. So I'm trying to think what I'm going to play now. All right, aye. I'll tell a wee story about this. So I only wanted to play mandolin. Whoa. Aye, I only wanted to play mandolin because this guy here, Steve Errol, he's not a punk singer, but he's punk as fuck. And so I went to Perth to see him. And after the gig, my wife managed to get his signature. So I think it's only right I play a Steve Errol song.
Superb.
Aye, so here goes. Everyone in Negado just knew Tom Mams would come to some bad end. When the sheriff caught him stealing jeans and such by the time that he was 10. And one day his daddy took a $10 bill and he took it in his hand, saying, I can tell you headed for trouble, son, and your mama wouldn't understand. So he took that money and his brother's old bag and left without a word of thanks. Fell in with a crowd in some border town and he took to robbing banks. Outside the law, you look and run out fast, and a few years came and went, till he's trapped in an alley in Abilene with all but 4 shells spent. And he realized pain was the only thing that he had ever tried. Well, he wasn't sure, he knew quite how, but he looked up to the sky. Said, you don't know me nothing, and as far as I know, Lord, I don't know nothing to you. I ain't asking for a miracle, I just a little bit of luck to do. And you know I ain't never prayed before, cause it always seemed to me that praying's the same as begging, and I don't take no care of it. Right now, Lord, with my back to the wall, I can't help but recall how they nearly hung me for stealing a horse in Portsmouth, Arkansas. Judge Parker said guilty, and the gavel came down just like a cannon shot. I went away quietly, I began to fire a plot. Well, they sent the preacher down to my cell. He said, Lord is your only hope. He's the only friend that you're gonna have when you get to that Parker's rope. I guess he could have kept on praising the Christmas, but he turned his back on me. I put a homemade blade of that golden throat and asked the deputy for the key. It ain't the first cold call I ever had, I'm sure you already know. I've had some help from you, Lord, and the devil himself's been strictly touch and go. Guess he could have kept on praying the Christmas, but he turned his back on me. And he walked out in the street with his gun in his hand. Oh, fuck, I forgot it. I walked up right at the end.
That was brilliant, man.
I pissed off right at the end. I done all right, I done all right, and then I was like, oh, fuck. But that's how it goes. I'm not a musician, guys. I'm just a singer.
That was brilliant, man.
Cheers.
I enjoyed that.
I fucked up right then. It's a good song. he spoke about it and he was like, he wrote the song when he was 16 and he was like, it's a typical song that a 16-year-old writes. So I was like, aye, it kind of is. It's Billy the Kid kind of thing, eh?
Aye.
So, but I fucked up the end. I couldn't remember the last couple of words, but anyway.
I've just brought up the Facebook here, and I noticed a couple of people that's up. Where was it? Andrew. Aye, I wanted to show this. That was my birthday present from Andy Barlow. I think he's watching, and he was. He plays in the Kicking Seagulls that we were.
We never
brilliant.
They're fucking brilliant, man.
That was only because we were talking about local bands. Further afield bands, Kicking Seagulls.
Oh, totally, man.
Aye. We've
One of the best bands.
We've been quite lucky playing with really good bands everywhere.
Aye, that's it.
Discord as well, that I've played with loads of times where we're doing Blackpool. Absolutely brilliant.
Aye, definitely. And even though they're not really like our genre as such, like, but I think the Sonic Blues are a superb band as well.
I tell you, right, I'm not
Cool
really into indie stuff, but then I got them on. That was the last Mayday Wank, and they played, and they totally weren't what I was expecting at all.
I know. I'm the same.
They're a bit heavier than that, eh?
Aye, definitely. But
Are ready for our special guest?
Yes, I'm just trying to.
Aye.
I say special, just guest.
Trying to sort this. Hang on.
I had Reedy message me and said, "Hey, there he is."
Hello.
All right, Boyd.
You hear me okay this time?
Aye.
Yeah, that's good, man.
How's it going?
Aye, not bad. How's you?
All right, aye. What are you up to? What are you up to, son?
Oh, fucking chilling, man.
Chilling.
I mean, looking after the house, working from home.
Working.
all right,
Working from home.
Working.
We all know that means wanking.
Yep. How you liking my?
Can you guys still hear me?
My ghetto mic.
Yes.
Oh, that's fine.
That's pretty good, like.
That tin of tenants looks like it at a glance. It's part of a drum kit. When I first looked up there, I thought you're about to play drums.
Dirty bastard. That empty was there about 3 years ago, Tay. Get that tidied up.
Hey, like when you got two kids.
It wasn't even crushed in the standard manner.
No,
Aye, you've got to crush it against your head.
I literally did tidy this room. Amelia came downstairs and she just emptied her toy bag like everywhere.
Aye.
Just sitting on the couch. I was like, "All right, then."
Right, Dad. I'm away to bed now.
Pretty much. She just came down, emptied it, screamed very loudly, and then just fucked off back upstairs. So,
Where's Joe went anyway?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Joe.
Can you see
I
me?
can't hear him at all.
Oh, it's magic.
I can hear him.
I was hoping they had some questions for Snowden, but
Snowden, can you hear Joe? No?
what's that?
Can you hear Joe?
Yeah, I can hear Joe.
It's just you that can't hear Joe, Jim.
He's not on my screen at all. It's just you three.
Right.
You two. Us three.
Joe. No, we're all four of us is on the screen.
Yep.
I haven't
Right,
seen you one
now. I can't fucking see the cunt or hear him.
Right, Joe, ask your question. Ask your question, he can hear you.
All right, I'm trying to think now. You put me on the spot. No, we were talking about folk being stuck in the house, and one of the things that we were talking about is folk want to learn an instrument. What would be your tips for anybody that's stuck in the house at this time and wants to play, never picked up a guitar before?
I wasn't paying attention. I was totally.
Aye, it was you.
Right, I was just totally thinking, so wait, am I supposed to be doing something later tonight? I can't remember. You say it one more time, please.
Okay.
You got my full attention now. Remember, I'm a special guest, okay?
What do you think this
You're
is? A fucking
special,
spelling
alright.
bee?
Right, sorry, Joe.
No. If you had any tips for somebody stuck in the house at this time, who in their boredom wants to learn the guitar, what would be your tips? How would you suggest they start?
Suggest start learning how to play one string at a time. I mean, I tried to play chords first, like when I first started to play, and I was probably just being a little bitch all the time. I was like, I can't play chords because my fingers hurt, because obviously it was a wee acoustic I had, and it only had like 5 strings on it or something. So I just teach people the first thing to play is like Smoke and Water or something like that. Just use one string. It's very, very simple. Wee melody or something. And once you be able to play that, then start playing like power chords and then chords after that or something. So, and anybody can play that song. Yeah, I could teach anybody to play that song. People
Aye.
say, oh, I can't play guitar. And I'm like, trust me, right? Just if you want to play your thumb on the top, like what Jeff used to do back in the day. You can get anybody to play that song, and once you realize it, and they're like, there you go. I mean, it's as simple as that. So you
Aye.
work your way up from that. So that's usually my go-to song if I'm going to teach somebody to play something.
Cool.
But it's banned in guitar chops. Smoke on the Water and Stairway to Heaven are banned in guitar shops.
Yeah.
So
Mine
can't be
was
awkward.
Stray Cat Strut was the first thing I ever learnt on guitar.
Oh, wait. First song I learned, I think it was Teenage Dirtbag.
Fucking hell.
You still work that out as well.
Right. Well, the thing is, right, I think I learned it by accident. You obviously, you just play like the high and lowies. You know what I mean? You go ding. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's if you just you play an extra chord on it, and that's it. That's the whole song pretty much the whole way through. So I was like, easiest song ever.
First thing
I was going
learned
to ask you, Snowden, what's your favourite Who song?
Oh, my favourite Who song. Actually, the one we don't actually play that often.
Here we fucking go.
It's just the chorus just seems like it's so catchy. Yeah? It's so anthem.
It is a good chorus.
So,
what song was that? I never heard that, man.
Laid to Die.
That's my favourite as well. But you never play it live.
Nah.
I love that. I love that song, but you never play it live, man.
The last time we played it live was when we did acoustic.
That's right.
Because it's really easy to play acoustic.
Yeah. I mean, we played it. I mean, I remember we used to play it like when I first joined the Who. We were playing it quite a lot. And I think it just with progressions on when you start adding in new songs, obviously you think, right, some of these need to start dropping off, and then that just happens quite a lot. That's happened quite a lot with most of our songs, actually. We've got quite a lot of good tunes, and like obviously we keep writing constantly. We forget half of them, and then we're like, oh shit, how do we play this song again? Because I know it's
yeah, we do. It's generally Scruff that goes, oh, do you want to play this? No, don't fucking remember it.
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got his legs out too.
Oh, I do. Yeah, this is my work attire today. The pretty much shit on the top. It's just shorts on today. So.
Heaps of message and says, can you turn your mic up, Snowden?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me yet, Jim? Take that as a no then, aye.
Don't understand that.
No, maybe a little bit.
Right, Snowden, are you going to do a song like?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye, go for it.
Yeah, sure. I don't know how I sound like, so I got to fucking plug in the box. But let me know if it's flipping a little bit too much.
2 I'll be back in guy.
Sound okay?
That sounds alright, man.
Yeah. I'm going to get rid of the capo. A lot easier for me. Sitting in your tower, looking down like you got power. You think you got the high authority to make you the testimony. You can't blow me. You don't know me. You can't blow me. You don't know. Not gonna read all the things that you want to. You're obsessed with your lies. Makes you feel good. Not gonna learn all the things that you want to do. No bullshit, but smiles. Here we go, girl. You can't blow me. You don't know me. You can't blow me. You don't know. I know those things you haven't got to lose. No higher power will destroy the kids and you. Your time is up now. Here we go, do. No bullshit this time. Here we go, do. You can't blow me. You don't know me. You can't blow me. You don't know me. Oh, I was trying to play out of chords, that's right, for the fucking blow me. Yeah. I was like, I was talking to Jim earlier, and I was like, what are you going to be playing? And I was like, I don't know, man, I'll do fucking Sweet Tooth. I said, oh no, you do blow me, you fucking sing that song. And I was like, oh fuck, yeah. It was like, I'll just try and work out what the chords are, man, or something like that. So obviously, I'm a power chord whore, pretty much.
That is spot on, mate.
So
I wanted to ask you, Snowden, about see like your live sound. Obviously, I've played loads of gigs on the same bill as you, and you've got a pedal that gives you most of your sounds, your effects and stuff like that. What is it? Do you want to talk us through what you use?
oh yeah, so I've always been a big fan of some like modular effects and stuff like that. But the one I'm currently using is the Line 6.5 Hawk FX. I got a sweet deal of it from a friend at work. Actually, he used to be a professional musician. Like, and by I mean professional, he wasn't like a huge band, but he actually got paid as a living to go and play gigs and stuff like that. So he had this in his house. He didn't use it, and I was like, "Oh, let me do a little bit of research." And I had a look, and he was asking for pennies, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it off you." And with this type of pedal, something like that, it gives me a lot of flexibility, different types of sounds. It's one of these things where you can control by your app on your phone. It's got a really cool thing where if you got Spotify, when you run it through the pedal and you like type in a song you like, what it does, it actually looks for that artist's sound effects, like its pedals and amps and anything like that, or any effects, and it transfers it to your pedal. So, so I'm like, great. I'll just type in like a musician's name and song type, and then it goes straight to my pedal, and all I need to do is just play.
That's cool. Like, no, that's quality. Like,
there is other things in here which my guitar can't do. I think I need I don't know what makes it. But what it does, it allows me to keep my strings like in tune all the time, which is kind of cool. My friends used it on his guitar on this pedal. It essentially means you just like play each string like 5 times, and it registers what string it is. And then what you do, you go on your phone and you say, right, I want the E to be in drop D, and you push that, and it doesn't tune your guitar; it just stays the same, but it changes the frequency, so it actually lowers it down, or the
Fucking
output
hell.
itself. So, and that way you can always, for instance, keep your guitar always in tune, because the pedal will do it by itself. Or if you want to go drop D, you just push a pedal, and it will just go and play drop D or something like that. And I'm like, that's fucking cool. But unfortunately, I don't have the right guitar for that. It's a special type of guitar that takes that. So, but pretty cool though. I'm still playing about with it. There's a lot of things to learn in it. So, but
There's a lot of benefits. Like I was just gonna say there, but I like to hear an amp just like straight plug guitar straight into the amp. But if you're actually playing live and you're not bringing your own stuff with you, having like even a simple pedal is definitely an advantage, because you know you can get a good sound out of that pedal.
Aye.
And then you just plug in, and then all you need is a clean channel on an amp. You plug in, and you know
That's-
you're going to get a good
That's why
sound.
when I was playing guitar, I like to take my wee micro terror about.
Aye,
'Cause
you
you had
can
it set
always
up.
use it. Aye.
Aye, and you knew exactly your settings for it.
Jim, can you hear me now?
Yes, I came back on and you weren't there, Joe, and it was like 2 Allens, so I had to go off and then come back on. It sorted itself now.
I was just going to say, plug what's happening on Saturday again.
Aye, so on Saturday night, we've not actually said what time we're going to start it yet, but basically everybody, all the pubs and that are going to be empty because nobody's going to go out, so we're going to do a sort of open mic, this sort of thing. We've got Snowden on, and let folk come up and play a couple of songs and that.
Well,
And
probably less talking
aye.
and more music.
Aye, basically. So get a carry out in, and we'll have a bit of a laugh.
Aye,
oh yeah,
aye, that's it.
that'd be good fun.
Cheers anyway, Snowden. That was bro.
Aye, bravo.
I was doing the backing vocals, by the way. Obviously, you couldn't hear me.
Yeah. I was thinking in my head, I was like, I know you sing along with me. So, but no, it was good fun. I mean, I look forward to. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of.
He's fucking gone.
It's gone. Oh, he's away. Well, cheers anyway, Snowden. Cheers, man. That was good.
Aye. Does somebody else want to get another tune?
Back to Al.
Aye, go for it. By the way, Al, I still can't see you. I can hear you perfectly, but I don't know what's going on. I can't see you. I'm not being able to.
So this will. Can you hear that?
Aye.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
was that?
It's this, man. I was gonna. This could tie in with a question about. We've talked about your favourite kind of local bands, but your favourite band that, on a bigger scale, that's quite new on the scene last few years.
All right.
So this is, I'll do a wee fucking static song, and I might mix it into one of my favourite bands that's currently very popular.
Yep.
Infamous rhyme. Infamous rhyme. Bobby wanted bodies in the 28, and he was there looking in the cowgate. Students queued up for him to wake your king. Bodies on the slab for him to mutilate. I'm very infamous rhyme. Infamous rhyme. He started out like any morning. The sky was red, you took it as a warning. Keep the hive out and people start swarming. Played the victim till the crowd stopped forming. She got a history of making a scene, yeah. She tell a story, she gets started like he's the executioner and she's the queen. He's the one whose neck is in the guillotine. Grab a match, gin and kerosene. No, she's gonna burn down everything. She's an arsonist in a pastime, and I've been burned for the last time. Well, I'm a passenger, and I ride and I ride. I ride through the city tonight. I see the stars come out tonight. Everything was made for you and me. Everything was made for you and me. Everything was made for you and me. An infamous, infamous, infamous crime. Infamous, infamous, infamous crime. Good. I'm glad. Right. Jim's back. Oh man, they're not that new, but I can't get enough of the interrupters just now. Like, I think they're absolutely brilliant, man.
Not exactly brand new, but the Menzingers. And I
Yeah,
went
they're
and seen them,
quality. Like, aye.
and I've seen them 3 times, and every time I see them, they just get better and better. Absolutely brilliant band, man.
I really don't know what I'm in terms of
Just
new. I don't know what I don't know what.
Sloan could come on for a wee bit there.
Can you not hear me again, Jim?
Craig says clap, 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 cheering noises.
He can't hear me again, Al, can he?
Cheers, Craig. Well,
No.
he says cheers.
I can hear you, Joe. I can hear you, but he can't. Jim,
Every
He's
time
not listening
he
again.
goes to see live, he can't hear me.
Jim, can you hear anybody?
I can hear you and I can see you. Can you see
Can
him?
you see? You can't see him.
Can't see him or hear him.
Class.
Hold on.
Great, man.
Hold on, I'll just go out and back in again.
Right.
Hi, so Joe,
No,
man, tell us what band new band or newish band you really like.
Oh, that's a hard one, man. I'll be honest, I've not done a lot of kind of keeping with what's happening, if I'm honest. I don't know, man. I would say probably Roughneck Riot. I'm probably late to the kind of party with them,
Yeah.
but I think they're brilliant. You know, I love like the Celtic folk stuff, if you want to call it that. I think that's a bit of a gimmick calling it that, but
We played on the same gig as them. Must be
Aye.
a few years ago at Bannerman's, like, but brilliant, like, especially with the mandolin and stuff like that, and the all the folk stuff, really good.
I'll be honest with you. I'm a bit ashamed to say, like, I've not been kind of keeping my ear to the wall for brand new stuff, which, as I say, I'm a wee bit ashamed. But sometimes I go through the phases, and I'm sitting there like listening to, I don't know, older stuff. Oh, Stone's back.
Aye, he's back.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
how's it
I
going?
left, my camera just turned off and turned it back on, and then I was stuck in the fucking, like, I'm waiting to be presented live. I'm like, hello, add me. Doesn't matter.
By the way, new that can you hear me now, Jim?
Yes, I've been sitting talking to you as I thought you could hear me.
No.
I can hear you, Jim, but
Right, aye.
I still can't see you, Alan. I can hear you fine. And since Jim's left twice, there is the creepiest looking like screen images of him leaving. Honestly, they look like aye, like that, man. Honestly, it's aye, that's
See
King Captain.
my one of my proper favourite bands that are and they're about the new is Pizza Tramp.
Oh, I yes, there.
Pizza Tramp are absolutely brilliant, man.
Legends. Yeah, man.
And then bands up here as well, Kimberley Steaks.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Aye, Kimberley Steaks are unbelievable. Like,
Aye, they remind me of like a old
90s Green Day.
Yes,
Exactly.
like when Green Day were
That was a bit
good,
it.
Green Day were good and goofy and fun. That's what. That's
Guess who's watching? Guess who's watching now?
Who?
Rob.
Oh, yes. Rob.
Rob's just come on. All right, Rob.
How's it going, Rob?
You hitting the bottle tonight?
Aye. Oh.
Why the fuck is Snowden still on the screen?
Hello.
He's back.
He's back.
Yep. I didn't fucking leave, man.
He's not even fucking saying anything. He's just sitting there.
Oh, you can't hear him now. We can hear him fine.
It's Jim.
I can't hear him at all.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Fuck's sake, Jim. Man.
Get rid of him. With more than 3, it just gets
Aye, maybe.
fucked up.
Aye.
That's fine.
Chuck him.
That's fine. You know what?
Bye,
leave,
Snowden.
Right.
Bye.
He's a fucking idiot.
Geordie wanker.
Aye. Near Geordie.
Get back to your wanking.
Right, right. I'm going to call it anyway. My missus is going to
Get rid of the cunt. Get him off.
I'll speak to you guys later. Okay.
See you, mate.
Aye, bye.
Cheers. Cheers, Snowden.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Cheers.
Remove.
That's
Right,
better.
Jim, have you got anything left in your list of questions? Or have I asked them all, hijacked them all?
No, but I've got the second half of my quiz.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Right. This is worldwide album sales. So
Okay.
I'll say 2 folk and you've got to say who's sold the most.
Right.
Right? Bon Jovi or Bob Dylan?
Bon Jovi.
Bob Dylan.
Alan's right, Bob Dylan.
Oh, really?
Tupac Shakur or Backstreet Boys?
Backstreet Boys.
Tupac.
Backstreet Boys. 1-0.
There
Simon
is no God.
Simon and Garfunkel or Rod Stewart?
Rod Stewart.
I was going to say that, but I'll say the other one just to...
Well,
Simon Garfunkel.
good choice, Al. Al, that's 2-1 to you.
Maybe there is a God.
Taylor Swift or Santana?
Who?
Taylor Swift or Santana?
I'll say Taylor Swift.
I would say Taylor Swift. She's country, so they go.
Correct. Right, this is a difficult one. Kenny Rogers or Kenny G?
Rogers.
Rogers.
Kenny G.
Oh,
Van Halen or Whitney Houston?
Whitney.
Houston.
Who did you say, Al?
Whitney Houston.
Correct. Ikeys are the same, so it's down to the last one. Metallica or Madonna?
Madonna.
Madonna.
It is
Got
Madonna. It is Madonna. It's a tie.
Oh, fuck.
That's it, lads. That's all I had.
That was a good quiz, Jim. I enjoyed that.
It only took me about 6 hours to put that together. No,
That was super.
I've got another question. I was going to say, for both of you, like, what's the best gig that you've ever played?
Oh, that's a good one. Who's first, me or you, Al?
You.
Go for it, Joe.
Think about it.
I like wee places where the people are right in your face. So, memorable, whether they were the best as in we played, but memorable wise.
Aye, more that than the best gig.
Inverness when we were there with the Devil Jocks. And probably Grangemouth, because it was just like, what the
That was brilliant. Like that was fucking brilliant.
But one of the Banshee gigs too, I can't remember which one, but one of them was just that was like full blown. This is a punk show. People are going fucking nuts. The monitors were getting dragged off the stage.
I think that was that not the Banshee Men's Festival when we got put on at 1 o'clock.
No, that never went so well.
Because I don't remember a single minute of that.
that was a thing, Greg. I think it was a Jocks one, a Halloween one, and I think it was the one where Jock Sparrow played.
Aye. That was a good one.
That was a good one. And Spat played as well.
Jock Sparrow. Aye, that was a good one.
Random Scandal, and was it 13 or 13 Tombs or?
13
no,
Tombs.
No, it was the Flem.
Tombs.
In fact,
It was 13
Wait.
Tombs. Definitely.
I'll show you.
Oh, fuck's sake, he's got the poster.
Aye, there was one with the Flem played, and they were superb. The one with 13 Tombs and 13.
Was it Bloodthirsters? Is that them?
Aye, the Bloodthirsters. Those guys
they were good, man.
They're from Nottingham,
Are they from Birmingham or something now?
Nottingham, I think.
No, it wasn't. It was Bristol or something they were for.
Aye, Birmingham. I think Birmingham or something. The Bloodthirsters. Is that what you're talking about?
A wee down there, eh?
I thought it was Nottingham. You had that Robin Hood feel about him.
Us, Cock Sparrow, Bloodthirsters, Spat, and Random Scandal.
That was it, aye.
That was a great gig.
Good one. What about you, Al?
Fuck knows, man. I think memorable. I remember playing a gig that Gibby put on. I can't even remember who was headlining it, but they had us, Spat. It was actually when I met the band Spat, and Crime Desk were there. Jamesy was there, but I'm not sure if he was playing or just there. But it was in Henry Celibat, and it was absolutely rammed, just like brilliant. And I mind
that's a brilliant wee venue too.
We went on. Crime Desk were on before us, and I mind thinking, "Fuck's sake, I'm fucking."
Nah, that's exactly what it should be.
I'm like fucking nervous as fuck. I've got to go after Crime Desk, but like they totally got the place going, like you know.
A young band like Crime Desk, that's exactly what it could be.
But it's a strange one, like playing into. Obviously, well, we all done the same. We played in a kind of band that we write our own stuff, and it's amazing when you've written your own stuff, and the place is jumping and that. But then you play in a tribute band, you kind of always get that anyway.
Exactly.
You're always going to get people that, and those kind of Devil Jocks gigs have been brilliant as well. But
you do get that. There's a lot of folk that totally just diss any kind of tribute band. But to me, a cover band and a tribute band are totally different now.
Yeah, aye.
We picked a good market though, because we picked a good band to be a tribute to, because the current fucking lineup of that band at that time was a tribute.
But
you know what I mean?
The Misfits too, you can play on so many gigs, because you can get on a metal gig, you can get on a punk gig,
yeah,
and just any that's got any tribute bands on it.
It's universally respected.
Exactly.
As long as you do justice to the songs, which we did. Like
I think we've done them pretty well. Like,
aye.
Do you know what? We never told you this, Jim, right? But see the gig that we went to see Michael Graves the first time, me and Alan, we told him, it was Nice and Sleazy in Glasgow, we told him we were in a Misfit.
I mind that, aye.
And he was like that, aye, you need to come and support us, play all the Danzig shit, and then we'll go on. Aye, Scott Ken, he totally didn't have a problem with it at all. He was proper cool as cats, and you know what I mean? We're not trying to cash in on it. We never made any fucking money from it. We just wanted to have a laugh and play songs we like.
We never made a single penny out of doing the Devil Jocks thing.
Nah, did we fuck?
We got money for the Inverness one, which went on us staying there and Polar Bears as well. we gave them some money.
Aye, that was it. It was just a laugh.
We never made a penny out of that. It was just
No.
enjoyable.
It wasn't
question.
enjoyable, it was good.
What you saying, Joe?
I have a question, right? This is a good one, right? Other than us, other than the folk that's in our bands, if you could make a dream band based on like a dream team,
Yeah.
based on like local musicians and friends and shit, who would be in your band?
Well, it's We Alpha Crime Desk on bass, and I know all three of us will say that. But
We all love Doug. We all love Doug. It's a
But-
kind of close one there.
But see, if you get a rhythm guitarist and a lead guitarist, I would have Big Al as a rhythm guitarist as well.
Oh,
He's just the most steady guitarist ever.
aye.
I've got to
Just
tell you,
like-
like, see, Alan Comey, like on the guitar, he plays in Crime Desk, and I used to do a lot of stuff with him, acoustic stuff.
Yeah.
And we used to have like loads of wee jams and stuff like that doing acoustic. And until you've seen him play acoustic guitar, you don't appreciate how good a guitarist he is. Like, you know, he plays in Crime Desk and it's all punk rock and all that, but you see him
He's
play stuff
such
on
a
the
good
acoustic and you're
guitarist,
like,
man.
fucking hell, is like amazing stuff that he does.
I
That's
think-
quite often masked in when
I think-
he's
see-
playing heavier stuff.
See a lot of the stuff that he does with Crime Desk, and when he's not singing, I always think that isn't his
Aye,
best.
aye.
The best stuff is when he is singing, and you watch him and go, "Look what he's actually playing while he's singing," and it's so effort. It's like you or me just like playing like a couple of power chords, and he's just like fucking playing. It's fucking brilliant, man. And obviously, We Al is not even the best local bassist. He's probably the best bassist I've ever seen. Drums, they ken about drums.
I'll go with drums. I think Big Tam from they used to be in 13 was like a fucking monster on the drums.
He was a machine, like.
He's like I thought he was like Incredible Hulk. He was like on green when he was playing.
Aye.
He's just like had this stature about him, and he could have kept on playing all night. You know what I mean?
See-
so he'd be up there like.
I think for like frontman and vocals, I'd probably pick Theo.
Aye.
Theo's fucking a brilliant frontman.
Mark for 13 Tombs as well has got a unique.
Aye.
You know what I mean? A unique kind of voice. He's got that kind
I
of
know.
wailing voice. You know what I mean? No everybody can pull that off. You know what I mean? Like that kind of.
And Hot Rod as well.
Aye.
Hot Rod's fucking shit hot.
That's a tricky one, eh? You're like.
You've gone down the rabbit hole, boys. I'm not getting involved in this at all.
That's fucking...
You're not touching that with a bagful.
I'm not even. I'm going nowhere near it.
Right, I'll just pick Alan Newell on drums, Joe on bass.
All I'll say is I'll tell you one. I'll only tell you one, and
I'll tell you one thing, don't you ever offer
I'll
me
tell
that
you
again.
one thing. And this is the only time that I've ever felt guilty the next day after being at a gig. I went to see Jock Sparrow and Paul Henderson that sings for Jock Sparrow.
Yep.
I honestly went to see them, and it was like the best. I'd rather see Jock Sparrow than Cock Sparrow. Like absolutely brilliant. And I woke up the next morning. I thought, fuck. I never even looked at the rest of the band because as a frontman, he was so
Superb.
good. It was like I was just captivated, and that's the only one that stands out for me in terms of like a front man that makes you wake up the next morning and think, "Fuck, I don't think I've even looked at any other member of the band," you know. And that, but in terms of the rest of musicians, man, I'm not getting involved.
I think I'm just I'm kind of judging them for a Malcolm McLaren point of view. No talent, how you look on stage. That's what I'm going with. I'm not saying they don't have talent. Whoa. I'm saying how they are to the band. You know, more than their ability. Is where I'm kind of coming from. But no, like as I said, no. If I've got to go with it. If I'm going to name me four, just a standard singer, bass, guitar, drums. I'd say Big Tam on drums.
Yep.
Guitar, I would be Big Al from Crime Desk. Bass, just because different band, I'm trying to mix it up. I would say Doug for the Fennies and was in the
Doug's
Jocks.
fucking shite.
I knew sheer talent alone, sheer vocal quality for a singer. I think it's got to be Caitlin. That'd be an interesting.
That's a good shout,
sheer,
actually.
Aye, that would be mine. That would be mine for the end of the day. And there, I would go with. So.
Are you going to play another song, Joe?
You do it first because I need a pish.
By the way, when I ran away there, I went away for a pish quick because I had it in until you played a song. And then,
I need longer than you, man. I've got a kidney infection.
But while we were chatting as well, Caitlin came and dropped me off tropical juice. So I was like, oh shit, I better grab that as well while I come down the stairs.
You play a song, we'll have a wee 5-minute chat, and then I'll play.
Right, okay, no. Right.
I need a...
Right, go now.
Right.
Right, what are you playing?
I'm going to play Flood this time because I didn't play it the last time.
Nice.
Every day, take this handful of pills, and I never feel any less ill. And I can't understand how I ever will. So please help me, don't let my head wander. Don't let my body go still. You can only dig so far until the water starts pouring in. And when that black cloud is following you, that fucker wants to flood you in. So please every day, take this handful of pills, and I never feel any less ill. And I can't understand how I ever will. So please help me, don't let my head go under. Don't let my body go still. You can only dig so far until the water starts pouring in. And when that black cloud is following you, that fucker wants to flood you in. You can only dig so far until the water starts pouring in. And when that black cloud is following you, that fucker wants to flood you in. You can only dig so far until the water starts pouring in. And when that black cloud is following you, that fucker wants to flood you in. You can he's following you. That fucker wants to flood you in.
Fucking yes.
Ah, you cunt, you. Hello.
Hello.
I think I can hear you, Al, but I can't see you.
Can you see me now?
You can see him.
No, I can't see anybody. I can hear you.
You can't see Joe.
I can't see you either.
Oh, bummer.
I can see you, Joe.
Aye, that's all right.
I'll go out and back.
I'll keep this ready for him coming back on. How interesting one, Alan. How did you get into the Misfits?
Well, I'll never forget this. Misfits was probably the first band that I ever really got into. And when I was at school, this guy was talking about music and stuff like that, and he says, he gave me a tape. Obviously, you cunts won't remember tapes.
What the fuck is a tape? A tape?
So he gave me a tape, and he said, right, go and listen to this. Stick it on, let it play. Fucking let it play. Just listen to it, and then tomorrow when you come in, we'll fucking talk about it. And I stuck it on, and it was actually Misfits Collection, which is just
brilliant.
As you know, the fucking all the stuff, you know.
That's how I got in it as well. That album.
We're all too young to have been about at the very start of the Misfits.
Yeah.
But, I listened to it. I was like, fucking. I just loved it so much. So it was like. And he was like, listen to that, you better listen to it, and then tomorrow we'll discuss it. So I came into school the next day, I couldn't wait to tell him, right, I love that, I love that song, and just, the songs are so catchy. That's pretty much it that got me hooked on it, you know. I would say I got into horror stuff more through the fact that I liked the Misfits than the fact that I liked horror stuff, you know.
Exactly the same with me, by the way.
Got me that way, like, you know.
Exactly the same with me.
I would say I'm kind of the opposite, right? Because, well, I was a fan of the Damned. Like, I still am. Damned are one of my favourite bands, and it was Jim and Heapsy that were like, you like the Damned, you like these guys. And I'll be honest, my first impressions weren't good because the recordings that they gave me were fucking brutal. Like, one of the live recordings, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And She and stuff like that.
Aye.
No, well,
Cough Cool and fucking stuff like that. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Live recordings weren't that great, and but then it was. I remember the first song. I went, fucking hell, they're brilliant. It was 20 Eyes. I had 20 Eyes. I went, that was it. That was me hooked, and it's weird. I kind of got caught up into the myth of the band. So like, I don't know if you like, a lot of people go through that. Like, you know, your parents didn't want you to watch horror films, but you see them because your pals have recorded them on the telly or whatever.
Aye.
And it was kind of like that. It was almost like the Misfits were kind of were like that as well. You know what I mean? Like, you were hearing them in dribs and drabs rather than going to any record shop and picking up their stuff. You were hearing recordings for other people, and that kind of like held VHS feel, like, and cassette tapes. You know what I mean? Passing around cassette.
Video nasties.
Aye, that was it. And I was like that. It was like, and then you see all the references in like the horror films. Like, there's, you know, like a Misfit shirt in one of the Halloween films, and I had the same kind of vibe as, like, just as you're saying, the horror film. But I always liked the horror films, and so it was like this band's just like tapped into this, and then
totally
grew to nothing, and that's what I think, like, you know, like the Misfits has built that legacy out of nothing, they're bigger now than they ever were, which is amazing. You know what I mean? They're playing.
I've got a question for you both about the Misfits, right? And I don't know the answer to this myself. Would you? Because obviously the reform with Danzig and stuff like that, and we all watched the shows and all that sort of stuff, and we've probably all got opinions of how it looked and how it was.
Yeah.
If the Misfits were to tour the UK next year, say,
yeah, would
you prefer to see an original lineup, or would you prefer to see the Graves lineup?
It's got to be Danzig lineup, because out the two of them, that is the least likely.
Yes, but do you think I always look at the situation with it, like Danzig's the old stuff, the Evil Live and all that, these things, you picture these live shows that are just fucking small gigs and they're just mental. And then you see it up on the big screen and the big stage and that, and you're like...
To be honest, as long as Doyle's there, I don't really give a fuck.
I've got an answer for that.
But I'd pick Danzig every time, like, even though Graves, and I love the two albums that Graves were on, but I would still always pick Danzig, like, because
but mind at that Danzig gig, you wouldn't see any of the Graves stuff.
But I reckon, as much as I love the Graves stuff, I reckon that'd be a better set, in my eyes, the Danzig stuff.
Kind of, you were saying about no touching this with a Bart's pole, Alan. My earlier question.
Yes.
That's how I rate yours. No, I do have an answer for this. Right. See, I went to see Dylan years ago, right?
Hold on. Alan Cormie's watching.
Oh, hi, Alan.
Oh.
You missed us kissing your ass. He missed us kissing his ass. So, no.
So he's a prick, so carry on.
So I saw Dylan years ago, and I've seen him twice, right? And the first time he was fantastic, and the second time he was shite, right? And the reason he was shite the second time was because he didn't play the fucking songs how they sounded on record, right? See if you could guarantee me that Danzig's lineup was going to play it the way that it sounded on the record. I would say Danzig every time.
But you
can't
play
them 100 miles an hour and ruin the songs.
But you can't be annoyed. You can't be annoyed at Dylan for playing songs differently for the way that they were recorded, because that's how he got fucking famous.
And if you went to see the Misfits back in the day, a live gig would be nothing like the record, because they played it twice as fast, you know, and they did play it shite when they played it live. But if I wanted to see the Misfits, like the Misfits, I would have loved to have seen them back at one of those gigs, you know. But now, fuck, it just looks so.
To be fair, right? To be fair, see all the videos that you've seen of it are off of somebody's phone and they sound shite.
No, they sound too good, man. They sound too good. They don't sound shite. They don't sound shite enough.
Any of the videos I've seen, I'm like, but imagine if you're right at the front. Imagine it was totally different, like.
I don't think so. Like,
but the song should be as good on the record as they are live. Oh, sorry. The song should be as good on the record as they are live, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? They don't need to make them any harder or any faster or anything. They're fucking.
To be fair, I've only seen one band ever that sounded as good as they did on CD, and that was The Cure. I don't mean as good. I'm talking about like playing it at the same fucking pace. For starters, it doesn't need to be faster. It doesn't need to be harder. It just needs to be. Nobody ever sounds as good as they do on the records. Absolutely. Apart from The Cure. The Cure sound absolutely fucking the same.
Well, what I mean by that is, right, you look at like fucking, I don't know, Blondie, right? Blondie had some really great songs, but now they're played so slow and so fucking shite and commercial sounding, it sounds pitch. Well, the Misfits are the exact opposite. They're trying to be like, let's play it really fucking hard and really fast. And it's the exact opposite end of the spectrum. It doesn't, to me.
But if they're getting booked to headline something like Riot Fest,
You don't hear the talent of Danzig's voice playing 100 miles an hour. You don't. You don't.
Oh.
For me, you don't.
But if they,
You look at the Damned. Dave Vanian stands out like a fucking sore thumb of how good he is, because the Damned, for all the chaos and all the fucking madness that came with them, they still relatively try and keep the songs like what they were on the record.
but even the Damned sound polished now. The Misfits are not going to get. They're not going to get booked to play a reunion tour and come out and play like they did the late 70s. They're not going to do it. You have
never
to
see them. But what you can see, this is my point of my question, is you can see a kind of taste of that if it was a Graves reunion, because they'd play smaller venues and it would be different. You know, I seen them when they done the American Psycho tour, and it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and like small venues and really high energy and stuff. But you had the added bonus of all the new stuff that Graves has done, which is quality as well. Like, you know, so I think I'd prefer to see a Graves reunion.
The thing is, the way that you're saying it, Al, if you're watching either of them, they'd be totally different tours. Because if it was a Danzig tour, it would be bigger venues. Aye.
Mind you, saying on that, there's an interesting radio interview with Danzig for Radio Clyde for like 94 or something, and he was supposed to play the SECC or some big place, and ended up in the Barrowlands. And he was talking about it like how the Barrowlands was amazing, and he was glad it got moved to a smaller venue and that. So who knows? Maybe if he comes back, maybe the Misfits at Barrowlands would be amazing. That's it. I would go. I wouldn't really care. I wouldn't be picky about who it was, as long as it was Nigeria only, because I wouldn't pay to see that again. Sorry.
It's a rhetorical question anyway, because all gigs are cancelled. So. So it's gonna be this. It's gonna be an e-gig, isn't it?
Aye, that's it.
This is the new going out, is getting a few cans and sitting and doing this shit.
Aye.
And on which note, come on Saturday night, because it's gonna be fucking excellent.
Aye, is Alan still around? Tell him we want a contribution for him.
Who, Big Al?
Aye.
He'll cry if you make him play acoustic, like.
He could play right now. Are you watching?
He is watching.
Al, are you watching?
Aye, but Al will know Ken how to get that up or anything.
Aye, he will. He'll message me right now if you're watching.
You want me to play another song?
Aye,
yes.
Go for it.
Okay, cool. I'll go for it. Am I waiting on this going big or what? Aye,
there you go.
Okay. It's coming. So that me, aye? I'm assuming so. Hope it is. Anyway, just for a bit of discussion about this, the other night, because it was St. Patrick's night, other than the Dropkick Murphys being on, it was a bit of a crappy experience, because you're used to going out and having a pint of Guinness. Well, I am anyway. And I just kind of made a soundtrack of all the songs I like to listen to on St. Paddy's night. So, and of course the Dubliners came up, and one of the songs that came up was "The Working Man," which was one of my grandfather's favourite songs, and I sung at his funeral. Not to sound morbid, but that's St. Paddy's for me. So this one's for all the people that are still going to work and doing their thing despite the circumstances. So here we are, Working Man I am. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. At the age of 15 years, he quarreled with his peers. They vowed they'd never see another one. Through the dark recess of the mind, where you age before your time, and the coal dust lies heavy on your lungs. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. And I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, oh, for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. At the age of 16 years, with his kids, vowed they'd never see another one. Through the dark recess of the mind, we will take you back in time, and we'll show you all the hardships that were had. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground. And I swear to God, if I ever see the sun, oh, for any length of time, I can hold it in my mind. I never again will go down underground. I never again will go down underground. I never again will go down underground.
Whoa!
Fucked up.
Yeah, woo!
I forgot the second verse again. I've done it again.
Quality.
That was great, Joe. Spot on, mate.
Cheers.
Good man. It's surprising that sounds alright, considering you're on your fucking Lego phone.
Aye, my piece of shit phone.
Ah,
I done it again though. I really need to write down the lyrics. It's I don't know. I usually store them up here.
I'm terrible
Aye,
for remembering. Like,
how do you find remembering lyrics when you're playing live?
fucking terrible at it. Absolutely
I-
terrible.
I'm usually quite good, but when
I'm
I
on
don't know.
I'm on it if I remember like the first line of a verse sometimes. So even now when we play Beastie Boys, I've got your set list and I have to write like the first couple of words in the verse. So I go, and I ken what's coming up. I'm a fucking nightmare for it. Like,
Do you know what's more annoying? I forget the lyrics of songs that I've written more than I do songs that
I was just going to say, man, it's forgivable to forget a song that's a cover.
I'll go out and come
Fucking
back
hell,
in.
man. Fucking hell. Aye, it's one thing to forget a song that is doing as a cover, but to forget a song that you've written is a nightmare. But it happens to me all the time, man.
I can't believe it. I couldn't remember the second verse of that there, and I'm annoyed at myself, but hey, it happens. That's the second time tonight, so.
Generally, most of my songs are just like the first verse is just the same as the second verse because I know I won't remember. So just make it exactly the same. Nobody listens to the verses anyway. Verses are shite.
You know what? I was thinking about that. Great songwriters, like the words are fantastic, but you can't make it. Like sometimes you can't make out what they're singing.
Aye.
Like drummer
Kenley, I live a deep without you. Kenley.
as much as much as I love Summer and his words, sometimes you're like, what did he just say there? And the same with Tim Armstrong and Rancid. And I always wondered if, like, Tim Armstrong forgot the words, does he just go,
Do you ken the talk about Strummer? Ken the one Class song that I was like, I don't know, 80% of the words he's singing is straight to hell. I had to let him. You're like, fucking what? What the fuck is that all about?
Lyrics. And
once you know what he's saying, aye, but you're just like fucking papa son.
In terms of that, here's a question for you, right? On that note, what's more important, the lyrics or the vocal delivery?
Me personally, the lyrics.
Right. What about you, Al?
What was the other option? The lyrics or the what?
How it's delivered.
Oh, it's delivered. Definitely how it's delivered.
I'm kind of in the middle because I'm a Rancid fan. You know what I mean? I think some of Tim Armstrong's words are fucking like as if a guy's jumped into my mind and like commentating on what's outside my window. But sometimes you don't understand what he's saying. So,
absolutely.
You don't get it the first time. But then again, Dylan was never a great singer, but 9 times out of 10 you can hear what he's saying. It's weird.
I'm mad for like a bit of hyperbole and fucking simile and shit and lyrics. I fucking love all that. So like, really, it doesn't really matter how they sing it. If I hear it and I'm like, God, that's fucking well clever.
Aye. It's weird. There are different things for different bands because, like, people used to
me, like I reckon the way I would think about that is that, you know, when you watch a movie and then like you watch a movie, you go to your bed and you're lying there and you're like, fucking, well, it's a really good film and that.
Yeah.
You're thinking about it, and then the next morning you wake up and you're thinking, you're still thinking about it and stuff like that. The lyrics is kind of like that, but then when you're watching a movie and it's like it's happening right there, that's how it's delivered is like that. So, like Dylan,
you only remember it because of what they said.
Aye, exactly, and that's the thing with like I don't think I've ever loved a Bob Dylan song because of the words he used. I've loved the Bob Dylan song because of the tune and how he delivered the lyrics, but I've listened back and I've thought back about it and I've gone, fucking hell, that's amazing what he's actually said there, man.
No, I like Don't Think Twice, It's Alright, I think is one of the best songs ever written.
That's super.
And it's because of the words, it's not because of anything else about it. I think it's a brilliantly written song.
I was thinking, have you ever heard that one, Talking World War Talking World War III Blues? You ever heard that one?
No.
And I was thinking about it today. No. It's like Dylan telling this story about how, well, this is after Vietnam and all that, well, or during Vietnam, and he's talking about
Vietnam.
he's talking about how he goes to a shrink and he's having these dreams about World War III. And he tells this like really descriptive story about how he comes out a manhole and lights a cigarette on a parking meter that's on fire. And when you listen to him talking, you're almost like hypnotized. You're thinking about the actual story. You're thinking about that more than you're thinking about what he's playing on the guitar or the harmonica he's playing. It's weird as fuck. You don't get too many people that can do that where they're actually, you know what I mean?
See, when I got into Dylan,
you know what I mean?
When I got into Dylan, it was when I was doing my apprenticeship and I was doing South. And I kind of liked some of his stuff. And it was actually a greatest hits album across at the Asda Crossverse. And I went, I'm going to buy that because I had a fucking Walkman. And I would sit at night and I'm like, I'm going to put that on. I just fucking sat listening to it all the time. I was like, fucking hell, it's just such good songs. Maggie's Farm as well was one of my favourite.
Superb song.
Brilliant song.
Aye, that's it. But is Big Alan joining us?
No.
It's probably staring at his phone and you're like, who the fuck is this messaging me?
No, I've got a good. He's definitely going to join us on Saturday, though.
Is he?
That's good.
Yes.
I've asked. I think Caitlin's going to come on Saturday. I've asked Yawn for Polar Bears. He said maybe. Asked Muzzy as well if he would come on.
That's
I
quality,
mean,
and that's a band that earlier on when you were talking about the best Scottish punk bands.
Aye.
I first met Muzzy when he was in Maxwell's Dead, and like I don't know if you've ever listened to Maxwell's Dead, the old stuff.
I did because you told me to.
Oh man, that was so good. It's like No Effects, total No Effects, Rancid, Max.
Oh yeah,
brilliant! Like so good, fucking awesome. Like.
See, they were meant to play that gig that we played, Submersive gig, the end of the year, and he was like, "I'm going to play acoustic," and I think it was Brian had said to him as well, like, "Oh, I play some No Effects stuff," and they came on, he played a couple of their songs, and it was like, "Decline, play the Decline," and he actually played it.
Just played it, aye.
18 minutes. He played the whole fucking thing, and it's up in like my top 5 like musical things that I've ever seen. He played the whole arm. It was so good, man. So if he comes on, as soon as he comes on, I'm just gonna be Decline. Play the Decline now.
Aye. That I imagine
you would have loved that, Joe. Too. You would have loved it, man.
Aye.
Because he was on his own. I was doing all the back vocals like.
I've been lucky enough to see No Effects play it live. It was superb.
I've seen him twice because the one time was with you, and the other time I seen him was at Leeds, and they're shit at a festival.
I don't know, man. I think in a small venue, I mean, I've seen them twice at Newcastle and once in Liverpool, and they're a bit. Well, I've not seen them at a festival to say. You know what I mean? But
they're not a festival band, though.
What I liked about that, though, what I really liked about them was each different time I've seen them, they played a completely different set. So I've pretty much seen them play everything that I wanted them to play. You know what?
In the same way as Alkaline Trio will come out like Kim, and they're playing to promote their new album. They come out and they only play like 2 songs off the album, and they play like 2 songs off of every album.
Aye.
Like, and it's not all the hits. Say you're like, I love when bands do that. You don't go and see them, and it's like, it's all the songs that you thought they would play. You're like, oh fucking hell, that's that fucking song that I didn't think they would play.
Just there's No Effects aren't a festival band, though. Alkaline Trio aren't a support band. The worst time I seen them was supporting No Effects because it was just bang average. It didn't feel the same way. You know what I mean? And then I saw them.
Alkaline Trio dropped their EP last night early, and it's fucking fire. It's awesome.
Check it out. Because they were too edgy to be like pop punk. You know what I mean? That's what I always liked about them. They were too dark.
I've always thought that Alkaline Trio are just on that cusp of being pop punk or punk rock.
They're like the horror punk version of pop punk. That's how I put it. That's what I think it.
Aye.
You know what I mean? And so they always they get a bit of a, in my mind, they get a bit more kind of cred than some of the other kind of corny bands that I didn't really like. But I've always liked them. I think they're a great band. So
right, we're gonna get ready to fucking end.
Are we?
Well, we're going to say, just talk about Saturday first, and then I was going to play one more song.
Aye, that sounds good. That's it. By the way, all night, I'm only starting to get hundreds of comments now. I can see you saying.
I was going to say, man.
I've got them now. I've got my phone, so I can see all the messages.
Suddenly the comments is all appearing up the side of the screen here. Like,
here's a question, obviously within reason, for people that are watching. Who do you want us to try and bring on? That'd be a cool thing to do. Like, ask if there's anybody, you know what I mean, like we could ask that maybe we've no thought about, ask them
Aye.
to come on, and you know what I mean.
There's
So if anybody's got an idea, that'd be cool.
There's folk that I know that are far like are bigger bands that I want to ask, but I don't know if they'll tell me to fuck off or not. But I'm going to try before Saturday. Eh? So what we saying? What we saying? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. We'll start on Saturday.
Aye, that sounds good to me.
7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock, and it'll be on this page. And
yeah, exactly as per this.
Get a carry out. It's just going to be like open mic.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to come and play a song, we'll get you up. We'll work it out.
Aye.
That'd be fucking superb.
Share, folk. Get people to like your page. I've tried that. I've tried to get people that maybe weren't aware of Yawn to try and I've invited them to like the page and whatever else. So you need to do that to tune in. So get them to like the page and that.
We'll all share the link as soon as it comes up. So if we're starting at 7, we'll maybe start at 6:30 or 7:15 or something, and it'll be up, and we can share it, and everybody can join in when they want.
And I'll try and make sure that I remember the lyrics for the next one I perform.
Don't worry about that.
Aye, it's been a laugh, man. I've enjoyed.
It's been good. I actually didn't realise we've been fucking waffling on for so long.
Aye, but that's it, man. You're in a conversation, and hopefully it's cured people to boredom. Because after you've watched like 8 seasons of Game of Thrones and realised the ending's shit, then I think listening to us for like an hour and a half or whatever we've been talking is probably worth your time.
I think I agree with you about that Hunters as well, Joe.
Aye,
the ending as well, man. The ending's fucking.
Didn't he ruin it? Because I've not started watching it yet.
I'll not ruin it, man. But the ending's, I was a bit disappointed. Like,
because I'm stuck in the house. I started watching. Is it Ozark? I've started watching that. That's pretty good. I'm about 3 episodes in.
I've not seen that.
It's alright. Like,
learn guitar instead of watching shit. That's what I would say. Or learn.
I'm still trying.
I know
Right, so if that's us then. So Saturday night, 7 o'clock will be on. If anybody wants to come on and do a song, then get in touch with any of us and we'll try and sort it out. And I think I was gonna play us off.
Aye.
Aye, yeah.
How about what?
For tuning in.
Saturday night, I want to hear because that's a good link.
Yes.
Right.
Saturday night, tune in.
I'll do my best.
You didn't fucking normally.
Hurry up, because
Joe looks like he's about to take a dick pic.
I'm busting.
Do it. Do the dick pic, Joe. Dick pic, or I'm not. I'll not manage the key change in this, man. In fact, I'll not manage the fucking.
I'll point so you kind of go.
Don't know the words. Right, so this is it. After this, we're just off.
Cheers, everybody. You bunch of fucking plagued wanks.
There's 52 ways to murder anyone. 1 or 2 are the same. They both work as well. Coming clean for Amy. Julie doesn't stream as well. It's a devil.
It all night.
But maybe I'll be over just as soon as I feel it falling. I still remember when I saw her last. Running around and having a blast. But the backseat of the driving, so lonely without you. Knowing you're home, I was thinking about you. There was something I forgot to say. I was crying on Saturday night. That's weird as fuck, not doing the harmonies. Just trying to do the harmony bits. As the moon becomes the night time, we go viciously, quietly away. I'm sitting in the bedroom where we used to sit and smoke cigarettes. Now I'm watching you die. Whoa, whoa. I can remember when I saw her last. Running around and having a blast. The backseat and driving, so lonely without you. There was something I forgot to say. I was crying on Saturday night. Right, that's it. Fuck's
Well
sake.
done. Bravo. Good night.
Fuck's sake.
What a mistake that was.
That's all right. Thank you for tuning in, folks.
Right.